Did they split? Did they drill? Yeah, yeah, champion, huh? Yeah, we here.
Flag on the play. Yeah.
There are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football. With the San Francisco 49ers.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
I sat down with my accountant and said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Play action. It's Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well. And he's got it.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And that's good for another Seahawks.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D Ford that time, getting the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. No chance.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for third down.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. It's just me and you. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold him to 3. And Myers able to knock it through. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
The ball carrier.
These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They give him a gain of 38.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller, because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
The extra point.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake. Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, pick your game up. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Go on. Go on, D. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip. I'll go special.
They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. They go play action here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Push him back. Push him back.
After the sack on first down, Wilson, they set up the screen to Penny. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Dante Pettis. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
The game at 10. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
It's just me. Alert. 56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd down and 5.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mark 56. Mark 56. Check. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Brilliant.
From the gun, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Javon Kinlaw in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Well.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Ready? Shoot!
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. D Ford in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch the run! Watch the run! Watch the run! Hey, alert!
From the gun, Wilson. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
56.
On first down, Garoppolo. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers.
Complete.
Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Robbie Gould.
Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
A gain of a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Operating from the gun, Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Pettis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tevin Coleman, now in his 2nd year with the Niners.
Number 26.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
It's a gain of a
back-to-back runs. I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Robbie Gould to kick off 4 seconds.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
To do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Kickoff for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. You don't work it.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Mostert. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was second in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
San Francisco.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. They hand it off to Mostert. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 3rd and medium. They opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 18-yard
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Check 4, 11.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And the 49er first
From the
down.
13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
The ball carrier.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3's all around. It's Coleman here. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Niners 27, Seahawks 10. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now,
and down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Wilson. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Going for Metcalf on the and it's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the
on first down, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Down at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
It's a gain of 10.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Mostert. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
He's brought down.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
3-yard line.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20. Stay with your man. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. He's got this to the rookie from ASU, Brandon Ayuk. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Here's Mostert. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Mostert. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The kick by Gold is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Wilson. Flushed out right. He'll have a first down past the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
For a Seattle Seahawks.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And his throw here's incomplete. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Go 14. 54, right there. 54, Mike. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
It's a turnover on downs.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of a...
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Garoppolo on the keeper.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. And they will take a knee here.
On the keeper. Today's final score.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout.